Looking for meal options that won't break your budget? You don't need to spend a fortune on groceries to make something delicious. Today I'll be showing you how to make 4 easy recipes that cost just $10 or less. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor from The Girl on Bloor. I'm all about sharing easy meal prep strategies that you can save time, money, and stress. Budget friendly doesn't have to mean rice and beans. Whether you're trying to save some money or you're looking for some simpler meals to make throughout the week, there are tons of recipes that are as affordable as they are delicious. Today I'll be showing you how you can make 4 delicious, filling, and healthy meals for just about $10. That breaks down to $2.50 a serving. We'll be making Instant Pot Chana Masala, mini vegetable lasagna cups, healthy mac and cheese, and the easiest ever turkey stir fry. These recipes are packed with flavor. I promise you won't be able to tell that they cost so little to make. Speaking of saving money, I've got even more easy healthy dinner recipes to choose from in my free, yes free, 4-week meal plan, which I've linked to in the description below. So grab your copy now and get ready to save on groceries. Okay, enough talk, let's dive right in. We're going to kick things off by making our Instant Pot Chana Masala. This delicious vegan dish is made using pantry staples that you likely already have on hand at home, and it costs just $9.81 for 4 servings. You can make it in the slow cooker or on the stovetop as well. I've got instructions for both in the blog post linked to in the description, but today I'm going to make it in the Instant Pot. To start, prep your ingredients. Dice 2 small yellow onions, mince 4 cloves of garlic, mince 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger, rinse and drain 2 cans of chickpeas, and chop up 3 cups of baby spinach. Now you're ready to dump and cook. This is why I love the Instant Pot. It is super hands-off. Add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil along with the diced onions, minced garlic, minced ginger, your chickpeas, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon of ground coriander, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 can of diced tomatoes, and half a cup of vegetable broth to the Instant Pot in that order. You want to make sure that you add all of your ingredients in this order so that your chana masala cooks properly and you don't get the dreaded burn message. Now pop on the lid and cook on high pressure for 2 minutes. While the chana masala is cooking, heat up a few pieces of naan in the oven or in the microwave and make the rice. Add 1 cup of basmati or jasmine rice, 1.5 cups of water, and 1 teaspoon of butter to a rice cooker or a pot on the stove and cook until the water is absorbed. When the Instant Pot is done, do a quick release of the pressure and stir in the baby spinach. Serve over rice with some cilantro for garnish, along with some naan to serve, and then dig in. This recipe is perfect for busy weeknights when you need something fast and comforting, but you don't want to break the bank. You can store your leftovers in the fridge for up to 5 days. When you're ready to eat again, sprinkle some water over top so that the rice doesn't dry out, and then reheat in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. This recipe also freezes really well in airtight glass containers for up to 3 months. Let it thaw in the fridge overnight, then microwave for a couple minutes. Easy peasy. Okay, next up we're going to make a healthier version of everyone's favorite comfort food, Instant Pot mac and cheese. I know, another Instant Pot recipe, but I've got instructions for making it on the stovetop in the description below. This recipe is way better than the box KD you used to eat as a kid, and it's super affordable. For just $8.63, you'll get 8 portions of this super creamy and comforting dish. How is that for budget friendly? There's not a lot of prep involved for this recipe. All you have to do is finely chop a head of broccoli and grate some cheese. You want your broccoli to be chopped up into tiny pieces because it'll be cooking thanks to the heat of the pasta. Then you'll grate 3 cups of white cheddar cheese, and that's it for your prep. You can also use another cheese of your choice like Gouda, orange cheddar, or Swiss cheese, but white cheddar will give you that traditional mac and cheese flavor. Add 2 tablespoons of butter, then 4 cups of water, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 pound of macaroni spirals to the Instant Pot in that order. If you don't have any macaroni spirals, you can use another pasta noodle of your choice like rotini, macaroni elbows, or even penne. Set the Instant Pot to cook on high pressure for 2 minutes. When it's done cooking, do a quick release of the pressure and open the lid. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can just cook your pasta on the stove, then drain and add back to the pot. Once your pasta is cooked, stir in your grated cheese and 1 can of evaporated milk, which is the secret to getting it extra creamy without having to make a roux using flour and milk. Stir it all together until fully blended, then mix in your broccoli florets and stir. Pop the lid back on your Instant Pot and let it sit for 5 minutes until the broccoli is steamed and softened, then serve and enjoy. If you want your broccoli to be cooked through a little more, you can always steam it beforehand or microwave in a bowl of water for 5 minutes before draining and adding to your mac and cheese. Okay, how easy was that? It's almost as simple and affordable as your favorite boxed mac and cheese, but way healthier without any of the preservatives. You can store this recipe in the fridge for up to 5 days, then reheat in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. Like most pasta recipes, it freezes really well in glass containers or freezer-safe bags for up to 2 months. Thaw the mac and cheese in the fridge overnight, then reheat in the microwave for a couple minutes, sprinkling some water or milk over top so that it doesn't dry out. You can also reheat in a pot on the stove, adding milk or water to make it creamy again. It'll reheat just like new. Now, if you're craving some Italian food, you're going to love these mini vegetable lasagna cups we're making next. They're a lighter version of the iconic Italian dish, and you can make 4 servings for just $9.62. Prep your ingredients to start. Dice 1 bell pepper, slice half a cup of mushrooms, chop up half a cup of broccoli, half a cup of zucchini, and then chop up 2 tablespoons of fresh basil or parsley. Finally, grate half a cup of mozzarella cheese or use the pre-shredded stuff to save time. You can also switch up the veggies to whatever you have on hand, like carrots, celery, cauliflower, or red onions. Now preheat the oven to 400 degrees and grease 4 oven-safe ramekins with olive oil. Your ramekins should be about 8 ounces or 1 cup in size. Now you can start to assemble your lasagna cups. You'll need half a cup of ricotta cheese, 1 cup of oven-ready lasagna noodles broken up into pieces, the grated mozzarella, your veggies, and about 1 cup of your favorite pasta sauce. Start by adding a bit of ricotta, followed by the lasagna noodles, some veggies, more ricotta, more lasagna noodles, a bit of pasta sauce, and then top with mozzarella for the finishing touch. Bake them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until the lasagna noodles are al dente and the cheese is melted. Garnish with fresh basil or parsley, et voila! These lasagna cups are a great option when you're craving Italian food, but you don't want to spend money on takeout or at the restaurant. For less than $10, you'll get a lighter version of this delicious dish that you can enjoy in the comfort of your own home. You can store these lasagna cups in the fridge for up to 5 days. When you're ready to enjoy, sprinkle a bit of water over top and reheat in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring halfway through. They'll also last in the freezer for up to 3 months. I recommend wrapping each individual ramekin in aluminum foil or plastic wrap. Reheat them right from frozen for 30 to 40 minutes in a 375-degree oven or defrost in the fridge overnight and reheat in the microwave. Okay, you've seen 3 budget-friendly recipes. Now it's time for the last one and my personal favorite, which is this ground turkey stir fry. It's probably one of the easiest stir fry recipes ever, and it's a great low-carb meal idea. It costs $10.88 to make 4 servings, so it's a tiny bit more than $10, but trust me, that extra 88 cents is totally worth it. To start, prep your ingredients. Slice 1 yellow onion and 1 red pepper, then chop up 1 cup of red cabbage. Finally, slice 4 green onions, mince 4 cloves of garlic, and mince 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger. You'll also need 1 cup of carrot matchsticks, or you can grate 1 carrot if you can't find them at the store. This recipe is a great way to use up any leftover veggies you have in the fridge like peas, kale, green beans, broccoli, or mushrooms. With the prep out of the way, it's time to make the stir-fry sauce. Mix together 2 tablespoons of low-sodium soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, the minced garlic, minced ginger, and 1 teaspoon of sriracha or chili garlic sauce. Now you're ready to start stir-frying. Heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil or sesame oil in a pan over medium-high heat and add in the onion. Saute for 2 minutes until soft, then add in 1 pound of ground turkey. Season the turkey with a pinch of salt, breaking up the turkey with a wooden spoon, and saute for 5 minutes until lightly browned. Add in the carrots, bell pepper, and cabbage and saute for 2 to 3 minutes, then pour in the stir-fry sauce and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes until the sauce thickens slightly. Now remove from the heat, garnish with green onions, and enjoy. I like eating this stir-fry on its own for a low-carb meal, but you could also serve it with rice or noodles. This recipe is great for meal prep and will last in the fridge for up to 5 days in airtight glass containers. Reheat it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes or saute on the stovetop to make sure the veggies stay nice and crisp. And there you have it! 4 meals that all cost $10 or less but are still packed with flavor. These recipes are all super affordable and will keep your stomach and your wallet happy. Plus, they're all great for meal prep, so it's just a win-win. So which recipe are you going to try first? Make sure to tag me in all of your food pictures on Instagram at The Girl on Bloor and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying all my meal prep tips and tricks. If you're loving all these meal ideas, I've got even more healthy, budget-friendly dinner recipes to choose from, my free 4-week meal plan, which I've linked to in the description below. Now that I've saved all that money, I'm going to treat myself to a nice bottle of wine and dig into one of these delicious meals. Thanks for hanging out in my kitchen today, and I will see you in the next video.